My name is Danielle. I'm from Florence, Kentucky. I'm 30-something years old, 30 plus a few extra ones. And I love to do anything active and outdoors, and I love to travel.
Awesome. All right. So, where are you in the world at the moment?
I'm in Media City in Dubai. It's a little cloudy because of the sandstorm.
All right. Why yoga?
So I was an athlete my entire life doing super competitive sports, and I realized once I got out of college that my body wasn't going to be able to withhold the things that your body goes through when you're a competitive athlete. I couldn't do that after like a certain time frame after I stopped playing volleyball. So I had to find something else that I was passionate about that was easier on my body, and that's how I got into yoga to start with.
How were you introduced to yoga?
So being an athlete, they always encouraged us to try yoga, and I think in college we used to go to some classes and just laugh and kind of goof around because we didn't know how to take it seriously. And then once I started traveling in my 20s, I was in cool destinations like Bali and like Thailand, where they do a lot of yoga classes in these exotic locations. And I thought, well, that looks really cool. Take some cool pictures, do a class. And then all of a sudden I was in a class and doing some of the meditation, the breath work, and some of the movement. And I thought, whoa, this is actually really calming and really, really great. And it kind of clicked from there.
What has yoga done for you?
So one of the biggest things I try to explain is that the poses look super cool, and you go upside down and you can do these cool headstands, and you can fly and you can kick your legs out and you can do splits and do all these really cool looking poses. But at the end of the day, for me, it's not the physical aspect why I love yoga, it's the mental aspect. And we live in a world that's so chaotic. There's so much noise. When we're in the room, we call it the monkey mind. And we have this monkey mind that we can't stop. And when you're on your mat and you settle in to your breathing, into that focus, there's only one thing you can think about, and that's being on your mat and going through the movement and going through the motions. And it's absolutely incredible to leave the outside world, because there's not very many things, I feel like, in today's chaotic, social media driven, where we're always on our phones, we're always looking at something, everything is so fast paced. But yoga brings everything internal and it slows everything down, and I love the mental aspect of it.
Where do you practice here in Dubai?
So my top studio is Shimmies. All my girls love you guys at Shimmies. I have amazing instructors, the best out of anywhere I've ever practiced in the whole world. And I've been doing a lot of classes with Core Direction. Cliff has this awesome vision to want to bring exercise and movement out into the community and to make it fun. And he's found these amazing locations. So I've gotten to do yoga on top of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. I've gotten to do it at Green Planet, surrounded by thousands of these exotic birds. And yeah, it's just an amazing experience to get to do yoga in these really cool locations as well. So my main two are Shimmies and Core Direction.
What is your favorite pose?
Oh, that's such a hard question. I have so many favorite poses. I'm very flexible myself, so anything that pushes me to really extend my flexibility, which is hard to do when you're already super, super flexible. So I love doing the splits. I love standing splits. I love mermaid because you get to bend and flex in all kinds of different situations. But I have to say my favorite poses are the warrior poses. They're called warrior because they mean strong and strength and focus. So it involves an immense amount of strength and focus in order to hold the poses for long periods of time.
Can you share 3 tips for people who are either looking to start yoga or feeling a little bit on the fence about it in general?
Okay, so my 3 tips that I would say for anybody that's new to yoga is, number 1, just start. Pick a class. There are lots of beginner classes or slow flows that you can start learning the movement without having to think about, am I doing it right? Because you hold the poses for a long time. So number 1, just get out, take a class and start, and then stick with it, because it does get easier and easier the more that you practice and practice. Number 2, Do not look at what anybody else is doing around you. In any class, you will always find somebody who can do crazy poses, and you're like, I will never be able to do that. Or you will always find somebody that just started practicing. So don't ever go on the outside. Always look inside and focus on what you're doing. And each time that you go, it gets better and better. And number 3, don't forget to meditate and go into Shavasana with this beautiful open mind so that you can calm yourself and take away from your practice exactly what you're supposed to. And that's calm, that's peace, that's love, gratitude towards yourself, and all of those amazing things that yoga brings.
You want to share a little bit about how yoga helped you during COVID and lockdown?
Yeah, so once I realized that I was locked into my very small apartment here in Dubai, there was only one thing that I was going to do, and that was to practice every single day. And because we had more time because of lockdown, I was able to not only do the physical part of the practice, but do the meditation for significant longer periods because we didn't have anything else to do during that time. So I found myself in my apartment. I had my mat laid out all the time, and I would flip upside down anytime that I could. Anytime I needed a break from online teaching, I would be up, leaning up against the door of my bedroom or doing the splits in the living room. And what I found is, again, it's not only that physical component, it's that mental component that calms you and brings you peace. And there's just this feeling at the end of the day that everything's going to be okay.
Awesome. Can you tell us where we can find you?
So you can check me out on my Instagram page. It's DD Wanderlust.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
How cool. No, wrong word. Retake.
No worries.
Lots of ums. Do I do that when I'm teaching? I hope not.